Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to a new edition of a TEW2020 video. Join us for another episode of AEW Dynamite on the road to our season finale, which is going to be All Out number 2. And yeah, it's a pretty stacked show today as we are on the road to our big pay-per-view. Effectively, would you say AEW's version of WrestleMania? Possibly. So hoping to put on a good card there, and yeah, just hoping everything falls into place. So we'll be looking to beat last week's rating of a 76. We went with a completely different main event. We don't have Mox in it, but he is on the show, and we'll be in the Knoxville Civic Coliseum as we seem now to be getting better attendances, and obviously would have been clearly selling out Daly's place. So we'll be live on ITV4 and TNT for what should be a fantastic show. So as always, thanks for watching. Any comments on the series, wrestling in general, your own saves, how you're finding TEW2020 now that we're quite a few weeks into it, let me know. And yeah, wee thumbs up is deeply appreciated. And of course, we're still going daily. Until that changes, I'll post that up on the community tab as soon as I'm not able to go daily anymore. And it'll be maybe every 2-3 days. But yeah, I'm playing the game, I'm absolutely blasting it. And yeah, I'm loving this save and my 1983 one. And hopefully soon we'll have that WWE save that'll be on Twitch with regular videos popping up here as well. So a wee bit different to last year's, but hopefully we can get even further in it this time around. So, with me blathering on, remember to check out twdb.com, the Fantasy Booker subreddit and the Grey Dog Software forums. All links are in the description below. Should we get some Dynamite? Boom, let's go for it. So 6,477, that's one of our bigger attendances in recent times. And we start off with JR, Tony Schiavone and Excalibur announcing tonight's main event. And that's going to see the Elites, Hangman Page, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson and Kenny Omega take on the team of Pac, Pentagon Jr., Rey Fenix and Lance Archer in a 4-on-4 main event blockbuster match that I'm hoping can deliver and get us a good pop game. A 63 rating for this, and the Young Bucks and Kenny benefited from a groundswell of public support. Then had an extremely short match, and we had the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley in action as he defeated Peter Avalon in 303 with a Death Rider. 88 for Moxley, a 42 for Avalon. Crowd are still not quite happy to see him. I was kind of hoping this match might help that. But good work from Leva Bates at ringside, and Moxley comes out of it looking $1 million with our 68 rating for this matchup. I'm going to cut to the next segment. There we go, I never clicked it. Promo from Moxley. Now Brody Lee, I hope this caught your attention. And I hear you're in action tonight, so I might just stroll around backstage and maybe greet you and your other Dark Order members. You see right here, this is a problem. I need a fix for violence, and well, Peter Avalon, as much as I admire his bravery for, trying to quiet me down, he didn't last very long. Because I am Jon Moxley, I'll never be silenced, and I'll continue to fight the fight and defend my title while fulfilling that addiction that I've got, that addiction of violence. I'll see you around, big guy. So Moxley, while he's happy he's a champion, he wants some violence, and he's going to wait around for the Dark Order to see if you can get some from Brody Lee. So an 83 rating here, the storyline gains heat, and Moxley got the crowd hotter with this promo. Next up, in a decent matchup, we had Sammy Guevara defeating Joey Janela in 7:39 with a 360. 53 for Janela, a 66 for Sammy Guevara, who was off his game, but it got the crowd hotter in the 64 segment. Yeah, it was a good win. And some momentum, because Sammy does lose a lot. Don't get me wrong, looks good in losing, but we do need to give him some wins. So, yeah, a good victory for the self-proclaimed Spanish God. Next up, just a hype video for Nyla Rose, again trying to get our women's division over, and that got a 28-6. And then we had a bout also in our women's division that didn't have a lot of heat. Terrible wrestling as Priscilla Kelly defeated Big Swole in 6:53 by pinfall. A 28 is not ideal. Big Swole by 29. Priscilla by 36, the crowd cooled a little, and they believe these are both pre-show workers. So again, our job of establishing a solid women's division continues. Priscilla Kelly wins, and the ref holds her hand in victory, lifts her arm in victory, She taunts the crowd before she heads up the ramp, and all we hear is, "Wake up, your mind." It is of course the Dark Order, and they are led by Brody Lee. It is the Exalted One, Brody Lee, and he walks towards the ring, completely staring out Priscilla Kelly as she walks very cautiously to the back, whilst Brody Lee gets ready for action. Is she a sufferer of just poor match placement, or has the Dark Order saw something in Priscilla Kelly? A 53 in this particular rating, and Brody Lee will be in action next. So this match had good heat and decent wrestling, and Brody Lee defeated Frankie Kazarian in 9:26 with a running big boot. So a good win for the Dark Order's leader, who was off his game. Both guys with performances in the 60s and a 68 with a match rating. It got the crowd hotter, which is good, way to build it back up as I expected, and the leader of the Dark Order gets a W. Of course, after this, with the 4 Dark Order members at ringside, Brody Lee picks up his victory over Frankie Kazarian and he celebrates, and then the 5 members enter the ring. But out of nowhere, Jon Moxley bolts to the ring and he dives on Brody Lee and he starts hitting him with lefts and rights. Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, John Silver and Alex Reynolds try to break it up, and the latter 2 are sent flying, but Grayson and Uno get the numbers advantage on Moxley while Brody Lee bolts up the ramp. Eventually, Gray and Uno join him, which leaves John Silver and Alex Reynolds back in the ring, and both receive the fate of a paradigm shift. Jon Moxley wants his hands on Brody Lee. So a 66. Moxley was a star of the segment. It lost heat on the storyline, and the lack of anything interesting happening was a problem here. Did they make this 5 minutes? I did. Should have been at 4. Next up, we had a decent matchup that saw MJF defeat Colt Cabana in 7:54 with a Swanton bomb. 66 here, a simple matchup, just getting MJF some more momentum because he's better than you, and you know it, so a good win for MJF. Many negatives here, just Colt declining physical ability and both guys' inconsistencies. We had the hype video for Deonna Purrazzo, 15, again just trying to get that women's division over. Next up, we then head to an undisclosed location from earlier on today when we had Pac visiting some interesting people. So Pac says, "This is a place, this is the training ground." He walks forward before he sees 2 men egging each other on. Pac says, "Jake Roberts and Lance Archer, just the 2 people I was looking to see." And Jake says, "What the hell do you want, Pac? Can't you see that Lance is very busy training, preparing for his next title defence?" And he says, "I'm here with an offer." Tried to do it in a Geordie accent, failed horribly. "You see, I'm sure you'll agree with me that the Elite need to be ridden from AEW. A lot of them, taking opportunities from the more talented. I mean, how many times has Lance been on Dynamite since winning that title? Rarely." So Jake says, just what are you proposing?" "Myself and the rest of the Death Triangle, we need a 4th man for this match against the Elite. So can we count on your Murder Hawk?" Jake says, "Lance, what do you say?" Lance turns round, stares at Pac, and just simply nods. This is where we get the confirmation that Lance Archer will be the 4th man in that previously advertised match. So we knew it was happening, and this was the reason how Pac managed to get not just Lance Archer, but also Jake Roberts on board. This got a 70 rating. What a main event this could potentially be. Next up, we had a decent matchup that saw Darby Island defeat Kip Sabian in 9:44 with a coffin drop. 71 is very good here. Darby with a 75, Kip with a 50. I will just say in a simulation I've done of this, particularly this mod, but not this, obviously this save. Darby Allin get Wrestler of the Year, both so far in July, and then the full mod when it went to the end of the year. So yeah, he's really good in this mod, and we'll definitely tap into that. Next up, it's time to announce the 2nd entrant into the TNT Championship #1 contenders Casino ladder match, and that man is a self-proclaimed Spanish god, Sammy Guevara. And that segment got a 45, so far we've got Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara in the Casino ladder match. Next up, we had a match that was decent. We had the Motor City Machine Guns of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin defeat Private Parties Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy, when Alex Shelley submitted Mark Quinn with a Border City stretch. All 4 guys are pretty close there, apart from Shelley down at 56, but both Alex Shelley and Mark Quinn were off their game, They got the crowd buzzing. It was our Steal the Show match, and it was a 69 rating. Just try to fit the guns in. I signed them because I'd absolutely love them in AEW, and just that storyline hasn't opened up for them at this moment in time, which is a shame. But they'll be massive players eventually. We then cut to the house of Jericho for a small promo from Chris Jericho. He says, "Now Cody, well, I do wish I could be there tonight. The rest of the members of the Inner Circle, bar Sammy Guevara, have decided to take the night off to relax and recharge." I did this promo forgetting that Sammy was in action, so I thought, you know what, we'll just say Sammy was there and the rest took the night off, because none of them are on the show. I hear of this challenge you've made though last week, and it's interesting. But I don't know, man. I've beat you plenty of times before, and well, do I really need to beat you again? Is it worth it? Is it worth the hassle? Is it necessary? I'll think about it. And maybe I'll give you your decision that you want next week on Dynamite. So an 85 promo from Jericho, outstanding, continues the B&G storyline, of course, the members of the Inner Circle and the Elite. And yeah, we'll hear from Chris Jericho next week on Dynamite if there is going to be a matchup between him and Cody. And that leads us to our main event. A superb matchup saw Lance Archer, Pac and the Lucha Brothers defeat Hangman Page, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks in 22-28 when Red Phoenix defeated Kenny Omega with a Meteora. So the champs prevail here with an 81 rated match, which is pretty good. Everybody there with solid performances. Lance and Hangman just under the 70s, but that's still pretty decent. Storyline gained some heat in the tag picture division. Pentagon Jr. was off his game. We also got a couple of guys benefiting from public support, but overall, for a main event that is mostly guys that are in our tag division at present, that was pretty damn decent. So overall, this week's Dynamite, 76, and that increases our popularity in 17 regions. So I'd say we're doing well so far. We've got a good bit of the card build for All Out 2. As I say, we just need to continually work on that women's division and see what can happen. But we'll take a wee note here of a few things that have popped up. First and foremost, we'll cover AEW Dark, which had the Dark Order defeat the Gun Club. We had the Dark Order then just speak after this. We had the hype angle for Diona. We then had Imi Sakura and Yuka Sakazaki defeat Leva Bates, Mel and Penelope Ford. QT Marshall is going to be taking on our work in progress, as you can see there. This is going to be something I'm looking to book in the future. I don't know when they're going to come to the officially debut on the, I'll call it the main roster, I'll call this development, but it is going to be Jacob Fatu alongside his manager Camille. I'm really intrigued to see how that dynamic works. Jake and Archer the promo, and had Lance Archer defeat Brandon Cutler. So let me know what you think of that tandem of Jacob Fatu managed by Camille. So AEW Dark, hardly spectacular. Triple A letting go of La Bestia del Ring, NXT Tag Team of Austin Theory and Cameron Grimes, and ROH is expanding. Fair enough. Nothing else that directly affects us, so we'll finish up just saying that Ray Phoenix likes Darby Island, that's good to see, and a 1.56 TV rating. So what I'd like to see, so AEW Dark, so that's what I'm kind of targeting, 60s, 70s, that's not too bad. It's not horrible. I want to try and break that 80 marker though, but we'll get there eventually. So that's it for this particular episode. Thank you very much for watching, it's much appreciated. And yeah, let us know what you think of the things I've asked about. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you for next week's episode, which will be either tomorrow or in a couple of days' time, whenever I've scheduled this. So thanks for watching, take it easy, and most importantly, stay safe. Bye bye.